Welcome to World War II Chronicles, a weekly tribute to America's fighting men and women in commemoration of the Second World War. These programs are narrated by Ed Herlihy and are based on the news broadcasts of the war period from the recorded sound collection of the National Archives in Washington, D.C.
America's bombing of Tokyo in April 1942 accelerated Japanese plans for a surprise attack, one that would annihilate the U.S. fleet and prevent further raids on the Japanese mainland. The mission's objective was the capture of Dutch Harbor in the Aleutians and the U.S. Navy base in the Midway Islands in preparation for an assault on Hawaii. The all-out strike was to take place during the first week of June.
The lengthening days of June gave many an RAF pilot extra hours of daylight to guide him in his 1,000-plane sweeps over the industrial centers of Germany and occupied France. But this advantage existed equally in the Pacific, helping a U.S. Navy scout plane, which on June 4th, ranging far out at sea, reported to its Midway Island base,
"I have fired on a strange cargo vessel."
And the Battle of Midway was on.
As in the Coral Sea encounter, U.S. codebreakers were aware of the Japanese plan, and the U.S. Navy was ready for the assault. On June 4th, the battle began in earnest, as Japanese planes were launched in an attack on the Midway outpost. Undetected by the Japanese were 3 U.S. aircraft carriers in the area preparing for an attack of their own. M.E. Arnold was an air commander aboard one of the carriers.
We sent off strong attack groups of dive bombers and torpedo planes. An hour and a half later, the 3 Jap carriers which were leading the force were on fire from stem to stern. From that hour on, they were on the defensive.
During the 4-day battle, waves of airplanes attacked enemy ships. The United States lost 1 carrier and 1 destroyer. The Japanese losses were much more devastating.
It is notable that in these so-called naval battles, practically all the action took place in the air, with surface vessels merely protecting the carriers. The Battle of Midway Island was a turning point in the Pacific War, testifying to the growing strength of the Allies.
The Battle of Midway ended with Japan's first naval defeat of the modern era. Henceforth, the U.S. Navy would be on the offensive. I'm Ed Herlihy. Join me next time for World War II Chronicles.
World War II Chronicles was produced by the American Veterans Center and Radio America in cooperation with the National Archives. To listen to more episodes, subscribe on iTunes or visit AmericanVeteransCenter.org. We need your help to keep the legacy of our World War II generation alive. Visit AmericanVeteransCenter.org to make a donation to support World War II Chronicles and the ongoing work of the American Veterans Center.